After 3 months in the US, where we achieved our dream of buying our very own camper van to use as a vacation home, it is now time to navigate the reality of heading home and leaving our camper van behind in the US.
Hello Beans, you join us unfortunately on our final morning in our camper van Phoenix.
I know. How has it already been 3 months in the US?
That's been crazy.
That has flown by.
We are still here at the BLM spot at the bottom of Sacred Mountain. We've been here for about a week now and it was just a great spot to spend our last week, being so close to a national park, near hot springs, near weird towns. It's been great.
This has been the perfect end to the perfect trip, really. We thought about trying to cram more into this final week, but actually I think it's much nicer to slow things down a bit, enjoy this kind of incredible open landscape, and just relax for these last little moments that we have here in the US.
So we are going to be leaving our camper van in Denver for us to pick up for our next trip. We thought that Colorado was one of the best spots we could possibly leave it because we're so close to so many national parks and so many interesting states that we could spend the next few years exploring.
Also, we figured if we decide to come back in a month or two when it is in the thick of winter, we might want to be somewhere that's nice and close to be able to sneak off somewhere warm like California or Arizona or somewhere like that.
We have many jobs today, and one of them is to eat as much of the food that we have in here as possible, anything that's going to go off. So Emma's having eggs, I'm having bacon, having it in a bagel, we've got leftover over here, we've got pasta that we have to eat, that'll be our dinner. But we always do this, we always have too much food. We'll go and buy food and think that's what we want to eat, and then we change our minds and we go out and eat in a restaurant instead. But I'm so happy because we have so much leftover bacon that I'm going to have an absolute feast.
Oh, thank you very much.
This isn't from today. Oh, I feel sad. That's the last time that Emma's gonna have to reverse back to pick me up after I've been filming our van leave a lovely spot in the US. Genuinely feeling quite sad to leave here.
Are you telling them about how I have to drive off with a reverse back to come and get you?
Yep. Just saying how sad I am actually to be leaving this place.
I know. It's always a bit weird when you've been somewhere a while and you get used to being somewhere and then you have to say goodbye.
I am gonna miss Colorado so much. This has definitely been my favourite state on this trip for sure. Look out the window, what I can see. These mountains are godly. So striking, so beautiful. I'm gonna miss you. We are now back in civilization, and the first thing we wanted to do, we're in Colorado Springs, is we wanted to clean our van before dropping it off.
Alex actually used to work at a car cleaning company.
Is that your way of saying I have to do this?
So he's obviously way better than I am at cleaning things. So we could, I'm guessing you have a limited amount of time to do it in. So really the person who's the most efficient at cleaning vehicles should be the one doing it.
Of course I do. I actually like cleaning cars. I genuinely like it.
I bet they shit on the van as soon as we drive out. We'll just take a moment to say what a great job Al's done. Look at how lovely Phoenix looks.
I'm disappointed.
Why are you disappointed?
Because there's bits that won't come off. And I'm a perfectionist for this kind of thing. I really enjoy that stuff. I'm super tired now, that's exhausting. But it's very satisfying work.
Yeah.
We were hoping that our last night in the van on this trip was going to be something epic and fun, but it's the complete opposite.
It doesn't feel very epic, does it?
The day has just got away from us. After cleaning the car, we stopped at Walmart to pick up some things that we need for tomorrow, carried on driving, and have come to a disgustingly overpriced RV site.
You were so angry when you saw the price.
It's $92. It's just we're too tired to go looking for anything else.
It is so dark outside. I really can't be bothered to go searching.
We also need a dump station which we can use here, and to flush out all our pipes and all these boring things before we leave the RV. So we're just biting the bullet and accepting it begrudgingly. We're very tired
I'm just
now.
too tired to even care about the price. At this point, I'm just like, it's fine, we're here. It is a shame this wasn't a very exciting going out with a bang type evening that we were hoping for.
We even stopped at Subway for dinner because we didn't have energy to eat our leftovers.
I know. All we would have had to do is reheat them. But that seemed like too much effort. I think this is something that I do a lot though. Like whenever it comes to sorting stuff out, like cleaning stuff, it always takes 10 times longer than I expect it to. And everything that we need to do to the van and for the van before we leave is adding up, and the time is adding up too.
Because we put it all off.
Because we put it all off to the last minute. We've just been enjoying ourselves, guys, and wanting to squeeze every last drop out of the trip. I think it's time that we hit the hay. So for the last time in this camper van, we will wish you good night, and we will see you in the morning. It's finally time to start the cleaning and gutting process of Phoenix.
It's a bit of a shit everywhere.
Such a mess in here. We have so much to do. It's like a proper move out day. So we need to get everything packed. We need to prepare the van, like empty all the waste, all that kind of stuff, and make sure to chuck out any food or liquids because it is going to be stored over winter time. So there's a chance of like stuff like toothpaste or washing up liquid freezing. So we need to really get rid of absolutely everything that's in the van. So I have been putting all of the bedding into these vacuum sealed bags just so they don't go moldy while we're away, because we're going to be away during winter months. We don't know how damp it's going to get. We are keeping it in an indoor facility, but it's not climate controlled. So we wanted to just make sure we weren't going to come back to a camper van full of moldy bedding.
I am trying to get rid of all the trash, clean out these little spaces. Getting less and less space to work with though. As you can see here, we've got the bags. We've got the bags at my feet. This definitely should just be a one-person job. And maybe
What are you trying to say?
Maybe I should just go and get breakfast. That's what I'm saying. We're so nearly there. We're nearly there. It is much longer, much more tedious than I could have imagined it was going to be.
It always is though, like this kind of stuff. You know when you move house and you think, oh, I can move everything in 2 days, and it ends up taking a full week.
Yep.
I feel like it's always like this. We'd just like to take a quick moment to thank long-term supporters of this channel, Jackery, for sponsoring this video. They have some great Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals at the moment with up to 25% off. So if any of you would like to cash in on these discounts, we'll make sure to leave all the links down in the description below. For those of you who aren't familiar with these products, Jackery offers a range of solar generators, which Alex and I have been using for years. A solar generator is a power station like this one, which you can use to charge a bunch of different devices, that is teamed up with solar panels in order to keep it fully charged up using nothing but energy from the sun. We mostly use our Jackery to keep all of our camera equipment, laptops, things like that all charged up whilst we're on the road, and we could not live without it. We're also really excited to be sharing this new product with you, which is the Jackery Explorer 2000 Pro, which is the most powerful one yet. Anything that you could possibly want charged up, this has you covered. This baby will not only charge up laptops and camera equipment, but also things like electric heaters, AC units, refrigerators, and TVs. It is absolutely nuts. This power station can be charged up using two 200-watt solar panels in just 7.5 hours. But there's also options, of course, to charge it up through your mains at home or through your car's 12-volt. These products are great and we do love them, not only for van life, but also just for peace of mind when it comes to winter blackouts and things like that, so you have an alternative power source. If you're interested in learning more or making the most of the big discounts that Jackeria are currently offering, make sure to check out the links down in the description below.
I can't believe it. We have made it to Phoenix's final resting place.
For now.
For now. It's not so ominous, but over here you can see this is our storage facility, kind of in the middle of nowhere, but also not too far from Denver. I'm so glad to be able to put her in. I've been wanting to say this all trip and I've been biting my tongue because I've been too scared about jinxing it, but I just want to say what an amazing job Phoenix has done on this trip.
Yeah, bonk.
But getting us from A to B all over the place, no issues, not even one sniff of an issue.
Yeah, she's been great.
Wow, 2 months and she made it all the way to the finish line.
I'm so happy.
So that is trip number 1 done. I'm excited to show you our RV storage.
Just a last minute stop at the dump station to get any last bits out. When we left the RV site this morning, we filled up the tank with some cleaning solution, so to give it just a one last wash basically, so we can leave it nice and clean. So we're just going to dump all of that leftover water out, and then that's everything. They're going to winterize it for us here, so we don't need to worry about that, which is nice. And also they do repairs on RVs, so if there's anything that we can think of while we're away that they can do for us, they can do it too. So yeah, it's a great little spot to leave Phoenix. The last time we'll be doing this for a while, eh?
And I don't have to do it. I don't have to do it.
Yeah, you didn't seem so happy about doing it this morning, so I thought I would treat you.
Oh, thank you so much. So this is it. It is huge, our space, as you will see very shortly. Look at the size of this space. It is a bit of overkill, but this time of the year it was actually very difficult to find anywhere. The main reason, as it's winter, space is premium. Lots of people are storing their RVs for the winter.
We've just bought a tarp to put on the ground because nobody's used this facility before and I want to get our deposit back. And there are a few little leaky bits that we're going to ask him to fix. For example, the sink is the tubes coming down from the sink are leaking a little bit, so we'd like to get him to fix that while we're away, but putting the tarp down just in case it leaks while it's in there.
Excuse the echo as we go in here. I'm just going to show you what we have. So although this is not climate controlled, we do have electricity in here, so we can leave it plugged in if we want. And that's kind of it. It costs us $400 a month to keep it here, which certainly would add up over time, but we'd rather pay that than it get vandalized or worse, overrun by mice. That is so surreal to see it be reversed into this spot, because this is all part of our dream. We had this idea of, instead of renting a camper van, let's buy one and put it in storage. Still didn't know 100% you could do all this,
Yeah.
but here it is. Look at her.
I know. She's sweet. She's got a lot of space in there.
Yeah, a bit too much space.
We have been advised and read quite a bit online that it is worthwhile putting these bounce laundry sheets in all of your cupboards. Not only to make it smell nice after leaving it somewhere for such a long time, but also apparently the mice don't like it. You know, we'll do anything we can to avoid mice, so I feel like it can't hurt.
My worst fears have been realised. I've been going around the whole vicinity like a madman looking for mouse droppings, and it was all clear until over this spot over here, and I've seen a couple of mouse droppings. And it's like the one thing we don't want to happen is to put this in storage, spend loads of money to give them a free buffet. Oh, this poor girl is going to get ravaged when we're gone.
I can't believe it's time to say goodbye to Phoenix.
Yeah, it's very, very weird to see it all stripped back, ready for a future trip. Yeah, so many memories already in a very short space of time. What was your favourite memory?
Oh, that's really hard. The favourite memory in this van, I would say, has to be the boondocking spots that we went to. Both of them were spectacular.
Yeah, I love the bison jam. Being able to see the bison from my window was really good. But my number one is absolutely Isle Royale. And this van got us close enough that we could fly there. And that is the best thing of this whole trip for me.
Alright, well, I guess it's time to close her up and lock her up and drop the keys to the person who's going to do some work on it and, yeah, say goodbye. Goodbye.
Done.
Locked up, ready to go. It's time to leave.
Driving away, we could not shake the feeling that we had forgotten something important.
It was kind of like that weird feeling like, have I got my phone, have I got my wallet, my passport?
We had everything.
It took a few days for that to wear off,
Yeah.
but we're now back in England, and now we're just excited and happy that one, we pulled it off, and two, that we have a camper van waiting there for us, ready for another amazing road trip.
It's so amazing to us that we had this little idea of having this holiday home on wheels in the US, and we could jump back and forth between our van in Europe and our van over there, and it's done. We can do it now.
It's an actual reality. This has been such a long process. Basically, 2022 has been the year of the US camper van for us, and there's been some highs and lows, as you guys know, and thank you so much for coming on this journey with us.
Yeah, we've actually done it. We've made it, you guys. Thank you. And thank you guys for joining along for the whole process as well, because from the very beginning, obviously, we thought we would be setting off on that road trip with Eric and Alison all those months ago. I think it was March when we first went to the US and we bought the bad van, which name we will not mention.
Frank.
Brilliant. And now we have Phoenix, which did beautifully for us, made it all the way to the finish line. We're so, so happy.
We want to say a huge thank you to you guys, because we really couldn't have done this without you. From help raising money towards Phoenix after the van fire, and just watching our videos and supporting us in general, it means so much to us, and it makes all the world of difference, allowing us to be able to live our dream and make these videos. So thank you so, so much from the bottom of our hearts.
We definitely had a moment there after the fire where we thought this wasn't ever going to happen. We weren't going to be able to make this series for you guys, so it just makes us so happy that we actually managed to do it. Okay, it wasn't as long as we hoped it would have been because of all the bumps in the way, but we will be back and we will be doing another US series in Phoenix.
I can't wait to get back into her and explore
Oh my god.
more of the beautiful country.
Brilliant, brilliant.
But we also have a camper van here in the UK, so make sure you subscribe to see adventures in the UK and in Europe, and also some surprise trips that are coming up as well.
We also want to give a special thank you to all of our US viewers who gave us so many good recommendations for this road trip. There's so many more recommendations than it was possible to do in this trip. We have a long list that is ever growing of those, and we just want to thank you guys so, so much. Also, just for making us feel so welcome in your country. We really have enjoyed it, and you guys have made it so much better than it would have been otherwise.
Just before we flew to Texas, Emma said this on camera.
How about if they subscribe and they watch the rest of the series, I will do the Pledge of Allegiance in one of the videos, in full.
Okay, deal. So I think it's only fair that now at the end of this road trip that you do the Pledge of Allegiance of America.
This boy doesn't forget anything. How have you not forgotten?
Just say it.
Just say it. Just say the Pledge
read it
of
off.
Allegiance.
Just for context, Emma grew up in the US until she was 12 and she still remembers off by heart the Pledge of Allegiance.
I'm not going to stand up and put my hand on my heart, but I'll say it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen? I feel like I should say
Sure,
amen.
why not? Anyway, enough of that. If you guys would like to be notified of future videos both in Europe and in the US coming up on our channel very soon, make sure to hit subscribe and the notification bell.
Leave in the comments where was your favourite place on this trip or what was your favourite moment. And for the last time on this US trip, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. And all together now, beans out!